welcome to our first podcast on this airsoft channel. I'm with Steven here, a good friend, and he is with us on Corrupted Turnips. And like I said, this is our first podcast video, and what we do is we talk about airsoft. Our previous video from last week was us playing airsoft for the first time in filming, and we will do another video of airsoft every other week, so look for one next week, and we'll do podcasts on the weeks that we do not play airsoft, and we'll just have a conversation about airsoft, have fun with it, and just make it all around fun. So yeah, that's pretty much our introduction here, so we'll get right into it. So Steven, last week was actually not just the first time we did filming of airsoft, it was Steven's first time ever playing airsoft, which was awesome.
Yep.
And so how did you feel building up to airsoft? Like before you played it, how did you feel about it?
Just the fact of getting there. Like I'd been around airsoft growing up. I never got into the whole game. I was never in the crowd of airsoft per se. But like being there, I was nervous because I didn't know how it was going to pan out. You know, I had just bought my first gun, I got my mask, my goggles, and the first thing that I could think of was, this is going to go either two ways. One, the people are going to be terrible, and I'm not going to want to interact with those people, or I'm going to suck all in all, and I'm never going to want to play again. Yeah. And it was just, it blew my mind. How I was exactly how he explained it to me when we first started talking about it. I was so mad that I hadn't gotten into it a long time ago when I was younger. Yeah. It took me this long to get into something so fun.
Yeah, because you seemed really excited to try it.
I was. The first round that I played, I got hit once, and it was a friendly fire, and then it was after that, I was instantly like out of the nervous. I was like, I'm ready to keep going back in.
Right. Now, I remember my first time, I was a little timid too. Like, I was very used to real firearms. I use firearms, I have them, I've done obstacle courses, but I never played airsoft. I've never played paintball. Airsoft always appealed to me, so it was kind of the same thing. I went in there having mixed feelings, and I was a little worried about what it would be like when I got shot, you know.
Yep.
And then after the first time I got shot, I was like, oh, that's not a big deal. No, I don't want to get shot, but it's like, I can deal with that, no problem. But I was still like a little timid, still trying to like get used to like how the game worked, and I feel like you were a little bit like that the first two rounds too.
Yeah,
but then you started really.
Yeah, and then I started moving. It was the first two rounds. I was kind of stuck, you know, in the technical camping zone area. I was in the safe zone, but past it, so I was able to get some action. But then it was like after that, instantly I got to start moving. I was sweating like crazy out there.
I just remember there was quite a few times where I was ready for the respawn. I start going through this course, and there's a part where I'm like, Steven, watch that area right there, and then I'd be like, Steven?
Yeah.
And I'm like the only one in the room.
Because I don't, you know, it's my second round, and he's all the way up there getting in the fire, and I'm just like, I got shot once, dude. I don't feel like going back out there quite yet.
Yeah. So it was just kind of funny. I was like, oh, that's right, it's his first time, you know, I'm kind of like rushing in there, and he's still like, what am I doing?
And also just a hands down, I kind of got the nickname of Friendly Fire from the few people who were there because I had a terrible habit of shooting the same guy. I would want to say 6 times, but I think it was like 8.
I remember that.
And then another 2 people I shot like 1 or 2 more times, so I got Friendly Fire.
Well, I think the one guy, it was red versus blue, and we were on red team, and this guy who was on our team was wearing like a blue scarf, wasn't it? And it was like the same color as the blue bands.
No, yellow. We were yellow.
Oh, sorry, yeah, we were yellow, but we were still playing against blue.
Yes.
Sorry, so we were yellow, they were blue, and he was wearing a blue scarf that was the exact same shade of blue as the other guy, so it throws you off.
Every time it came around the corner, I was just like,
yeah. So
sorry.
That happened to me in one game where it was totally red versus blue, and I was on blue team, and the other guy's on red team, and I had a player on my team who was So he was blue, but he had a bright red sweater on. So every time I saw that sweater, you know, your brain just clicks and it just goes, shoot. And it's like, oh, you got to get rid of that sweater. That is so stupid.
Yep.
If I ever had my own arena, I'd make it a rule that you couldn't wear any clothes that was the opposite color of the team. Like the team that you're playing against, you can't wear their colors of that shade.
You know what, we're going to make that a rule. Every time you go into our Coliseum, whenever we get there, we're dreaming big, people. Yeah. It's going to be either all tan or all gray or all black. Because those will mix with any other colors. We're not going to use those for teams.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it.
I think any camels will be okay. But what I don't like is if it's red versus blue and someone on red team is wearing blue colors.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. It just confuses everybody.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, overall good game. It was really fun.
To anyone who's never played and is viewing this, I'd highly recommend it. It is an expensive first purchase, but once you get past that first purchase,
you have to at least try it. And I'm sorry about this pen, but it helps me think. But you have to at least try it. I advise nobody buy anything first. Go rent the gear, play once, then decide if you want to invest in it, keep going. That's not what you did, but...
No, I bought the gun. I was ready. I knew instantly I was going to love it, but I still have my moments.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. But, yeah, there's a lot of fun in that arena. Just like, and what's funny is it was kind of fun to like watch you play for your first time because it's like this, and it was just funny.
It was like a little kid growing up.
Yeah, and this clip right here, this is a really funny clip. And here, let's take a look at this clip here of Steven playing. I like that. You kind of get that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You can faintly hear me in the end going because I was running. They were shooting.
You could hear them shooting, and it's just like that's just great.
Like at one point, I think I told the guy to scoot over who was behind you.
Oh,
I think I did. I think I was like, scoot over.
That's funny. We gotta watch that again.
Yep. It was funny. You could actually see the BB bouncing off the wall in the back too.
Oh, that's funny.
As I'm getting to the end.
Yeah, that's really. Oh my gosh.
I was so stiff.
You are stiff afterwards because it's definitely a contact sport. I mean, you don't like run into people that often, but you're running, you're ducking, you're diving, you're crouching, you're crawling, you're sprinting, you're you're just doing all sorts of like athletic stuff, and no, you don't actually touch people, but I think it's totally a contact sport because you do like interact with another team and you're exchanging fire, and when you get hit, it hurts.
It does.
It leaves welts even when you have clothes on.
Yep.
Like I think all my I still got a welt there, so
I think
you might have a couple. Yep,
I got mine right there.
You got So you get welts even though you have clothes on. It doesn't hurt that bad, but it's just you definitely get marked. So I think it totally is a contact sport, and so yeah, you're definitely sore afterwards. It's definitely my workout for the day. It gives you a lot of cardio, and yeah, you get stiff after that.
And believe me, if you're someone who gets really into it, like if you really get into it, you want to be in shape for it. Like I started, before I even went to this first one, I'm telling you guys, I went crazy on this. Before I even went to my first match, I was running at this park by my house. Every single day I ran like 3 miles, 3 miles every day, and walked another mile or two just to get ready, because I was like, I'm not going to go over there after eating Funyuns and just like expect me to just keep up with people. Yeah. But even though it's indoor, you're moving, and I'm telling you, I was moving.
Yeah, we definitely were going to an indoor arena, and whether it's indoor and outdoor, it's definitely very, very athletic. It's and it's the same case if you were doing any sport, whether it's basketball, football, soccer. It's you got to be in shape to play it, and it is because it is a workout. It totally is. Oh my gosh, and getting shot, that's no fun.
But again, I'll lay it down thick, people. It's awesome. It's worth it. Just go try it out. Don't be an idiot like me and go buy the gun and then be like, I wonder if I'll like this. Go try it, because it's It's worth it.
It's fun. It's worth it. You're going to like it. But just in case you are one of those people who will not like it, play it first, then buy the gun. Because you don't want to spend all this money on equipment and then find out you don't like it, and then you just spent all that money and can't do anything about it now.
But if you think about it, what hobby isn't cheap? Honestly. Aside from like long walks on the beach.
Well, even then, you still have to have enough money to live in a place where you can go to the beach.
True. Because as much as I would like to live on the beach, I can't afford that. I know the wife wouldn't like that either.
Oh my gosh. And I can think of a few places that are on the beach that I wouldn't want to live, even if I could afford it.
That's true. This is true.
Yeah. Anyways, we're not here to discuss politics and government.
Nope.
We're here
Airsoft.
Yeah, that's right. Here to talk about shooting other people.
Yep.
While being shot at.
It's not. And that's the beautiful part about it, you know. So what I do is I'm a roofer for a solar company, and it's, you know, you're working long days, so it does get stressful. So what's something that you can do to take your mind off of it? And it's fun. You're not actually killing anybody. You know, you're not necessarily hurting them. Well, to an extent you are. But it's a great way to relieve stress. I mean, you're going out there, you're having fun. You know, when you go back into the lobby with everyone, you can be like, hey man, you know, I recognize you. I got a couple of good shots on you, but you got me pretty good there too. And it's fun, you know. So the crowds, my biggest fear was the crowds were going to suck. The people weren't going to be fun. They were going to be too try hard and everything. But no, everyone there was relaxed. They were comfortable. They in fact gave me tips on what to do too. Yeah. And it was nice being around those kind of people. Yeah, for the most part, it was a pretty good day. I mean, it was a little weird because there was a bunch of people, like kids there that never played before, and which was really weird. We usually go at a time where that doesn't happen, but it happened this time. But it still was a really good experience. It was great.
And as far as what you're talking about with like shooting people and it hurting, like it does hurt, but I would still rather be shot by an airsoft gun than get tackled in football. Like, so it's like you said, you're not really hurting people. It's just like any sport, contact sport. Sometimes you run into people, push them down, you get tackled in football. Yeah. And here you get shot with an airsoft gun. That's, you know, they're firing between 300 and 500 feet per second in any, you know, given match. In the arena we play in, there is a restriction where your airsoft gun has to fire no more than 350 feet per second, but that is because it's an indoor arena that's all close quarters, and so I totally get that, you know, and especially when they do have smaller kids playing, like you get like 10-year-olds playing, and it's you don't want to be 10 years old and get shot by an airsoft gun going 500 feet per second at close range. That's going to hurt. It's going to really leave a mark. And we could probably take it, like adults and teenagers maybe, but
I'll cry about it, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't know about a 10-year-old though. I think it'd be a little harder if you're much younger. Yeah, but speaking of shooting, here's a shot of me getting shot right in the face.
Oh, was it the face?
Yeah, I got shot right in the face here. Here, you'll see it here.
Wasted.
Yeah, we might have to watch that again. Yeah, so this I get shot right in the face, right there. Oh.
Like you didn't even have time to react. It was like the second it hit you, you're like, oh I got hit.
Yeah, I was just like, it hit me right in the face. Like you don't feel it in your face because you have a mask on, but you totally get it, and you do get that shock factor. It's just like someone sticking their hand like right in your face all of a sudden. They don't touch you, but it's like right there, and it always kind of makes you go, whoa. Yep. You know, it's exactly what happens.
It's like 3D, only it's actually coming at you.
And you actually hear it, and you can feel it. Like you feel the vibration through your mask. That's about it. But yeah, it's crazy, but it's crazy fun.
Mm-hmm. So the way that we're going to do it, we're going to cut this one kind of short just because it's sort of the start of it. It's kind of getting you all to understand exactly what corrupt turnip is. Turnips. What it is we every week, because we go every other week to attend and play airsoft. So the following week, because we're going to be doing it every week, we're going to be pulling up videos. One week will be a video of us actually out there shooting, and eventually people will have patience. Eventually I will have my own camera. We'll be a lot more advanced in technology and giving a better performance for you guys. So yes, right now it'll be a little bit of a rut. But so for 1 week it'll be us live action in the field, or in our case indoors. And then the following week we will be doing, just like we're doing now, a podcast. And every now and then we'll be throwing some creative stuff. They won't always be the same. Sometimes, we'll throw some creative stuff out there. We're not too sure what yet, but
yeah,
we'll throw some creative things out, see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for tonight. We're going to close with that. So be sure to check the channel in a week for our next airsoft game, and watch the channel from last week as well. So that YouTube video is already up and going. And just keep on checking in every week for more podcasts and more videos of us playing airsoft. And what's fun is you'll probably get to be able to see the progression of how we film and stuff as we get more filming equipment. So for now it's just going to be my GoPro and my camera, and we'll take it from there. So we'll see you guys next week.